Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Friday night. We made it through another week. We did it, friends. High five to making it through another week there. Yeah, high five, Joe Mayo. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us here at Roleplaying Unlimited here on this fantastic Friday evening. Hope you all had a great week behind you, an even greater weekend ahead of you. Here at the 100th Meridian, we are prepared to roll ahead with our 1,000th session, an even dozen sessions here in the Dragonlance setting. Quite a big deal after not having any Dragonlance campaigns for the better part of 30 years, I would say, at least at any of my tables. So, good stuff here, friends. We are pushing forward here, and we will see just what the adventure holds for us tonight. Looks like we're missing one person here, too. What's going on with that? Good evening, everybody. How's it going out there in Streamland? Thank you all for the big turnout here on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, and on the Facebook as well. Thank you. Yeah, alright. Ah! Meow.
Ah!
Meow. Hello. Oh. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Good evening to you.
It is going well, sir. How about you?
Still waking up after my my short little bit of shut-eye right there. And, I don't know. I know I've done this many a time for those of you who've known me for a good number of years, but this time just feels different than most before in that the challenge rating feels like it's been dialed up a few times. But I'm now 1 week since my last cigarette, so yeah!
Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Keep going, brother.
Thank you. Yesterday and today, hardest one so far. Usually, like the first 3 days, if I can make it through that, it's kind of like a clear sailing ahead. But the first 3 days were a little easier than usual, and then the last couple have just been just a fucking grind. So who are we missing here? We have 5 players, but we should have 6, right? It's Paul. Paul's not here. Where's Paul? We called him Foal. Oh, false Paul.
How you liking the new rig?
Oh man, it's running spectacular, especially when since I was able to do that the Gloomhaven stream last night. That was a first. And as far as here on Roll20 and the Roleplaying Unlimited side of things, it seems to be allowing us the 4-way multi-stream without any difficulty. And of course with Silver Marcus, he's all the way out in good old Scotland, so he's like 8-9 hours ahead of us. It's like the middle of the night out there, so I mean, that was one of the first things I asked him when he joined here was, are you sure this schedule works for you? So we always kind of give a little leeway in that respect because, yeah, I think it's just amazing that he's able to game with us in the middle of the night like that.
Well, he could always be nocturnal.
It's quite possible, yeah. I mean, I think he enjoys the later evening, and we certainly enjoy having him at the table. So give him a tag there in the Friday chat, and hopefully he can jump in with us.
I love the night.
Hey, that sounds. Yep, there he is. Welcome, Paul. Welcome.
Good to
Yeah,
hear.
he's been here for a minute.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I turned off all the alerts when people jump in and jump out of the voice chat because otherwise it happens a little too frequently and I get easily distracted. Let me just double check here. I've got Hallelujah. Oh, espresso, the nectar of the sleepless. So yeah, we are here on the regional map, where a brief refresher from last session, our characters, after the session before that, after the problems that we had in Calaman. Thank you, darling. Those caused by our group, those not caused by our group. it was eventually deemed for the best for everyone that our group not linger in Calaman during this time, and it turned out to be a good time in that respect, in that there are some mysteries happening here across the Vingard and Calaman Bay involving that undead Knight Lord Soth. So, with our companion Darrett and the dwarf Cugel, the remnants of her mercenary group, the gnome artificer Rookeldust, and like 300-400 foot soldiers, our group departed Calaman in the middle of the night on a few ships, making our way out here to Wrecker's Edge, where after putting our boats down for a while, this is where the boats will remain. The boats are not ours to sail up and down the bay. We don't know just what kind of forces the Dragon Queen's army might have, and this is not a war fleet. This is just a transport fleet. So our group dropped off here after investigating an elven ship that was also docked nearby. We met with an important NPC in the Dragonlance chronology of things, and I'm not seeing his handout right here, but it is an elf named Dalamar, who, just to peel back a bit more there, if you're familiar at all with the Dragonlance chronologies, I think that was the original trilogy of books. The wizard Raceland Majer, after he becomes the head of the Black Order of Mages and takes over the Tower of Wizardry, Dalamar becomes his apprentice. So to meet Dalamar at this time before all of that goes down is just a cool little pool of lore, I think. Dalamar informed your group that he is part of a contingent of elves who are here exploring this unknown region for interesting archaeological sites. And it wasn't until we got to know Dalamar a bit more, until we made the trip up here to where his people were encamped, that we learned a bit more about him, that yes, he is here for much the same reason as your group. His entire contingent of elves are here investigating rumors and signs of the Dragon Queen's army. Apparently these elves are kind of in a state of disgrace after some of their ideas for defending their lands from the Dragon Queen's army were not as efficient as appeared to be on paper. And the elven powers that be, much like the human powers that be back in Calaman, decided that these elves needed to be removed from the city for a while, much like the powers in Calaman decided your group needed to be removed from everybody's eyes and thoughts for a time. So after learning a bit more about Dalamar and agreeing to work with him in deciphering some of these locations nearby, he etched out a few locations of interest on your map. One of them is a lighthouse. One of them is a hidden cave that, depending on the level of water inside of the canyons, is either completely impassable or is completely open. And then there's a mysterious tower, the farthest location out there. And I don't recall for sure which way your group was thinking of going. I want to say you were thinking of the lighthouse first, but it's still, of course, subject to audible at this point. We had a random overland encounter only a few hours after leaving the Elven encampment against some Dragonels, a offshoot of dragon, much less powerful, much less fearsome, but it was a pretty heinous combat nonetheless. Here are the results of said combat. We can see here some of our characters are a bit more injured than others. But at least we are all unscathed. And that brings us back to the regional map, where we still have a nearly full day of travel ahead of us. So that catches us up to the current state of things, and you guys go ahead and tell me what we're looking at.
I believe we were going to head toward the cave first and then head up to the lighthouse.
Yes, that's what I remember us planning.
Yep, that sounds about right.
You guys sure you don't want to go to the lighthouse first? Or even better, like all the way up here first?
No, I think the caves would be fine.
What's the worst that could happen? Well, alright, if we're going to go for the caves, then let's continue.
We should probably take a short rest, just for those of us who are hurt.
I guess that's reasonable enough. It's not the most hospitable of climbs, but your group is more or less hardened adventurers. So finding a suitable place to kick your feet up for an hour and grab a snack, grab a smoke, grab a drink is definitely possible. And yeah, for those of you who want to get some short rest benefits, yep, go ahead, click those hit dice, get your goodies back, and I will check what's ahead of us.
While everybody's doing that, I'm going to ritually cast water breathing in case this cave is a little wet.
Gotcha. Did we already do that? That sounds familiar.
We had the night before, and I don't want it to drop off on us because it's a ritual and it's good for 24 hours.
Right. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter in either case. I feel like it was cast this morning, but either way, as long as we're all aware that we have that is what's important.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't remember if I cast it.
It does sound familiar because we did have some foreknowledge that these lands can flood. So I remember you guys talking about it in game, and then I feel like I remember the spell being cast too. But either way, whether it was cast then, whether it's cast now, results are still the same. No flash floods, but we do have... Oh! Well, that changes things. I'm used to a D10 for a random encounter. This is telling me to roll a D20. And I get a 10 either way, which by normal encounter rules means yes encounter. By this means no encounter. So that's good news for your group as you proceed to make it through the second half of the day.
Okay, during this short rest, I'm going to be, cleaning my armor, touching up my shield, and giving thanks to Jerry Jolith that so far that we've come through as unscathed as we have come through.
I heard you giving thanks to Jerry. I was like, Seinfeld? What?
What? No. Jerry Jolith.
And we do still have Darrett with the army, who will be moving much slower than your group. That is something that we covered as well, is that because there are so many of them, they're only able to cover about 6 miles a day as compared to your group. You can generally cover... they're able to cover like 9 miles a day, whereas your group is able to cover more like 12. And it is considered difficult terrain, so if you're moving normal, then yeah, your normal movement per day would be 2 hexes, their normal would be 1. So all that taken into account, we make it to about here at the end of our first day of travel. We already had 1 encounter. All signs are clear as we begin setting up our watch. Anything special that we want to do with this long rest here?
I will definitely take 10 minutes and put up tiny hut.
Very cool.
Long rest or short rest?
Now we're up to a long rest. We did just get a
Oh,
short rest like 5 minutes
fancy.
ago, and now it's time for a long rest.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm
how about
down.
that? It's like a dream come true, like a short rest and a long rest in a 10-minute span. Man, I'm kind of feeling a little dozy here.
Dang.
Meanwhile, Brad's like, "Oh, great! They get a tiny hut here in the first 5 minutes of the session." Meanwhile, I've got an instant fartress of fartitude, and I can't get a window of opportunity to use that thing.
I mean, I didn't say he couldn't use it. I just said it's a very small
Sure.
room he wants to use it in.
Sure. Just kind of picture that that moment with Darren's Kitanak and the thermal detonators aboard the Yuuzhan Vong Star Cruiser. Except in this case, the exterior shot is just the top of the tower kind of popping out of the ship and the vacuum of space. Yuuzhan Vong getting sucked out left and right, all shit. All right, so long rest, especially with the tiny hut, is pretty much of no incident. So our second day of travel, we will check for random encounter. That's something. We do need to check the rain levels for the day. This day, the rain lets up considerably. From what you're able to see of the canyons, as you're traversing the top of them, the wash is low. So this may behoove your group as you are approaching the hidden cave, because approaching it while it's full might not be the best, even with water breathing. And as far as random encounters, we have... Oh my. Oh, shit. Alright. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So with the weather being the state that it's in, the canyons being drier, your group knowing that you have to head into these canyons to get where you're going, combine that with what we're looking at on the map already. You guys are already kind of in the canyons or approaching them. Are we traveling above or inside the canyons at the time of this encounter?
Most likely above. I mean, again, knowing what can happen inside the canyons, we figure that staying dry for as long as possible would probably behoove us.
That's what I was going to say. I'd say we would be above, especially after that flash flood that we almost got caught in.
Utilizing my survival check, I would prefer to stay above unless I can tell that it'll be too hard to get to the cave if we stay up here too long. Like we have to enter over here instead, then I would say we have to enter, but otherwise I'm going to stay up.
There's definitely a tapering of the canyons more towards the eastern side here, as they kind of rise to meet the ground level that you're at. So you feel like it'll be easier to access the canyons coming from this direction and then going in. You can, of course, still remain above the canyons. You just don't know when the next opportunity to descend into them will be, or how easy it will be as you get further along.
Now, well, we do have a carpet that we can ferry people with, so
Sure.
I would mention that to the party. Like, it's going to be easier to get into these areas back here, but we do have the option of the carpet further in.
Yeah, I'm going to agree that we've got the carpet, and it would probably be best for us to stay dry as long as possible, and then I can use the carpet to get us down when we absolutely have to.
I will trust your knowledge because of your connection to the wilderness and everything.
All right. And just
Okay.
want to be specific about this. I kind of feel like it goes without saying, but that generally is a poor assumption to make. Obviously, if we're in the canyon, there's some risk of flooding, but our cover and visibility is infinitely better than traveling above ground. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page with that.
I'm pretty visible no matter where I go.
Yeah, we are more exposed up on the ridges as opposed to down in the canyon.
Let's try a little of this. We're going to need a new map set up. Similar to the last one, but a little different. Most of these random encounter maps I had designed for in the canyon, but we're still in position where we can choose. Once we get further up north, though, that becomes a little less of an option. And as our encounter goes, we are looking at... Whew! Yikes. Alright, go ahead and drag your tokens to the center of the map. That's so dumb. Looking good, looking good. Alright, so that's that. Apparently I broke something on roll 20 here on the GM side, so quick reload. Much better. Alright, so yes, we're gonna go with that.
Oh my.
You can dance like Zulu. You can shake your little behind. If you do the Zulu dance while wearing tight pants, some people may say, oh my. Oh, and I lost my freaking handout because I did the reload. Alright, here we go. Give me that back. Alright, so last time we had an encounter with some of the native denizens of the Waste. This time we are encountering some of the Dragon Queen representatives themselves in the form of 3 officers mounted on Dragonelles once again. These ones are seemingly a bit more tamed and less wild than the ones that you guys encountered yesterday. But these officers easily spot your group from quite a distance away. There's no stealth on their part. They definitely have a span of time where they're able to kind of close the distance between where they start and where they are before you notice them. And it becomes all too easy to notice them once they start their battle cries in the skies 60 feet up in off the ground, which is where they will be opening this initiative sequence. So go ahead, roll your initiatives, and we will see what we're looking at. Okay. Might help to bring that out. A 24 on the initiative. Wow. Wow. Alright, so we're just rolling one initiative for the officers. Uh-oh. There they are. Change that up a little there. Hopefully that doesn't F everything up once again, but we're going to try it. Okay. Wonderful. Alright, so they're not going until an 8, so you guys do have a bit of response time as they continue to swoop down on your group. From above, swoop on the group! Hawakan is up first, though. Go right ahead.
So from this distance, can we even tell that, like, the army guys?
You've got a pretty good sense about it, even if there's some sunlight obscuring your optimal view. Your insight is telling you that, yeah, you guys have run into some of the Dragon Army representatives here.
So I will say to the group, basically, we probably shouldn't let any of these guys get back and warn them of our presence. I hate to say that, but we need to take them all down. And then, so did you say it was kind of stormy and cloudy out, or no?
It is not. It's still a little cloudy, but the rain has broken up considerably from yesterday. The canyons are much drier.
Well, that's a shame, because this spell won't be as powerful now.
Aw. Change up some of our map dimensions here. Did a little test with the new jump gate earlier on that organizational stream, if you caught it. Kind of cool to have the map borders a little bit extended. Call Ligatnine. Alright. Northernmost, okay. Okay. Yeah, they are both getting zapped with that for full damage. Both failed their save.
Alright, and then I'm probably going to maneuver a little bit, but that's it.
Okay. And how about for Sir Reginald?
Okay, so clumping would probably be a very bad thing at this point. So I'm going to move off about 25 feet over here. And then I'm going to ready an action that if one of them swoops within my reach, I'm going to smack them.
Alrighty. Well, let's pass it over to Doc then and see what you got for your turn.
So I'm going to yell for Ziliana to hop on my carpet, since flying is not conducive to her fighting style. And then after I do that, I am going to cast my spiritual weapon over by this guy, if I can get the thing to work. That guy, and smack him with my spiritual weapon.
Alright. Well, the spell will definitely activate. The attack is well short of the armor class. This guy's got some plate mail on, so nothing doing there, but let me get you a spiritual weapon here. Do you have a preference on the type of weapon? Spear, mace, club, bow, sword, arrow?
I use a mace, so let's go with mace.
Alright, so we will drag the mace out. Pass that over to your control. You can move it around as needed. We'll also give it a name just in case its presence alerts or confuses anyone. Bam! There we go. Okay. If that's it for you, then Lance is up next.
Can't do much, so I'll just take a pot shot at this officer over here. Up at the top side.
The dragon or the officer?
The officer, sorry.
Okay. Damn! Well, that just sails way off the mark.
God
Thought it was kind of clear skies out here today. Where'd that wind come from?
I'll move a bit closer up.
Do we not have the cool text option in this one? I would guess not. Adjust that real quick since it's my turn. Yeah, it needs to be restarted because I do have it in here. It's not a foolproof method out there, but for anybody who's ever trying to quit smoking cigarettes, one of my mental workarounds is the realization that the stress relief that you get for smoking a cigarette isn't really so much chemical, it's more neurological, because all you're really doing is just taking deep breaths over and over again and filling your lungs with poison. So I just take a lot of deep breaths without the poison aspect. Works for me. May not be so successful for everybody else, though. Alright, officers are up. And once again, I lost my character sheets because I did another page reload. Yarg. Good thing they're both right next to each other in the lineup. This guy's first base, this guy's third base. No, nothing doing. And yes, something doing. Okay. So firstly, what's up with the warhorse? Is it just sitting out there by itself, or is it with Reggie down there to the south?
Don't worry, I'll keep something.
Yeah. Did Don's push to talk break? Or is he, got
No,
this?
Gail's reading something to me, so I can't hear.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. But, what's up with the warhorse? Is it with you, or is it just sitting out there by itself?
The warhorse is going to be off by itself.
Alright.
Because actually it would probably move up out of the way out here because it's got gear on it, and I'm not going to be mounting it
Okay.
at this point.
Is Doc currently elevated? If so, throw a wing elevation marker on him, if you would, please, so we know how high up he is.
Not elevated yet. Will be once Ziliana gets over to me.
Heard. Okay, well, with the exception of J-Man, actually J-Man's even in range too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lovely targets. I am thinking... Yeah, it just makes sense in that respect. So we're gonna soar over everybody's head and make a steep descent on the other side right here. And come right down to a mere 10 feet above ground level. Actually, make that 5 feet, otherwise we don't have range. And yes, the Dragonelle that is still smoldering with the after effects of that Call Lightning is going to try to rend Hawakan a pair of times here. That says 17 to hit.
I am not very armored, so yeah, that hits.
Ouch. That is 8 slashing and 2 fire. And our second strike is going to be... Wow, look at that on the live stream if you guys are seeing it. Lance left his health bar behind. Went and left his hit points. Ouch, the second rend is an even higher armor class for 7 slashing and 4 fire. And Hawakan is getting effed up rather quickly. As... it's going to stab out with a vicious lance attack. Mother of ass! 24 to strike for 7 piercing and 4 fire. And just like that, Hawakan's hit points are dangerously low as he stabs out a second time. A 15 to hit.
I've got a 14.
Oh! Well, that's 9 combined damage. So that will drop him to 0.
Well, I won't need to roll my concentration checks then.
I guess so. And then we're going to use our Assault Orders, which is a rechargeable ability. He is shouting orders to 2 other creatures within 60 feet of itself. If this target has the Draconic Devotion trait and can hear me, the target may use its reaction to make a single melee attack. So we're going to just kind of tap our Dragonelle on the shoulder and order it to take a rend attack on the wizard standing right there. Of course. And against Kadar, it gets an 11 to hit.
Even a wizard that misses.
Right? Jamie is just like, man, I could have used one attack that missed. The fucker's hitting every time. Alright, so that is this pair of Dragon Army people. Our second pair. I don't really know like what the narrative effect of this is, if it even describes it under the carpet of flying. But if I'm like floating 60 feet above you and I'm looking down at this scene, what does it look like to me? Like, do you kind of have like the carpet already out and it's just kind of floating 5 feet above the ground and you guys are like waiting to sync things up to get on it? Or like, how does it look from my perspective?
From your perspective, I'll be standing on the carpet. I would have gotten on it and had it ready for Ziliana. But it, for all intents and purposes, at this point, it just looks like I threw down a carpet and am standing on it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's a slim chance he's even Yeah, the fuck are they doing with a carpet? Grab your toys and take it back to the carpet. Well, looks like Hawakan is well in hand, so we're gonna ignore him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. That Knight of Solamnia standing out there is a little tempting, so we're gonna make it a D8, and on a 5 or better, we're going after Sir Reginald. So yes, we will get right down here and trigger that ready to action. I guess it is an important distinction. Who is the target?
I'm going after the rider, and I have reach with the weapon, so I could most likely hit him with it.
All right, that will touch my armor class by 1, in fact. So that Dragon Army officer. I mean, doesn't this look like a face you can trust?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All the artists in the TTRPG community for these official game releases. And this is what we get for Dragon Army Officer. I'll never freaking get over it.
Does the army officer also have a shield?
I don't think he does, in fact, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a shield and a lance. And he's got a crossbow hung at his side.
Then his armor class should be 20.
Interesting. I wonder why it says.
I mean, I still hit it, but you know, because
Dex? No, his dex is good. Yeah, you would still hit it.
Yeah, but dex wouldn't apply to plate armor.
Sure. Yeah, very true. I don't know why that is, but whatever. So yeah, we're gonna reach out with that vicious lance a pair of times here on Sir Reginald. First attack is a 13 to hit. The second is a 20. Dirty 20 to hit for 13 piercing and 2 fire.
Okay, well, I'll take 10 of the piercing, and how much of the fire?
2 fire.
And I'll take the 2 fire.
Okay, the Dragonelle will reach out with a pair of rending attacks, likewise missing once, and a 21 to hit the second time for 10 slash and 1 fire.
Okay, I'll take the 7 and 1, so that's
Okay.
8.
And then, important to track these. Purple marker usually is what I use to show that rechargeables have been expended. And yes, we're going to shout over at... Oh, does this... Yes, he does. Yes, you do. So yes, we're going to shout over at the Dragon Army officer here, who has not used his reaction. And just kind of tauntingly say that you'll have better luck than your steed. And we're going to try to get this guy to bleed. No, we're just going to start gradually getting worse on the attacks here. Last time it was an 11, this time it's a 10. As Kadar is literally just standing there, doesn't even know somebody's behind him trying to hit him, and he just keeps like turning from side to side, and somehow the attacks are missing. And last but not least, we got this guy. And yeah, I don't know how many, if any, are going to be... Oh, okay. Well, 60 feet is a long way. So we've got Doc, Kadar, and Reginald. Technically, we could hit people with the crossbow, too. So, yeah, let's just see about that. Yeesh. Oh, come on. And that's only 40 feet to put down here next to Sir Reginald. Might as well make it 45 and get the loose flank. And then after the fact, we will ascend back to a height of 15 feet, and the Dragonelle, of course, has flyby attack, so no attack of opportunity, even if Reginald somehow still had his reaction available. So Dragonelle is going to attack twice with flank advantage. Oh boy, 22 and 20. 14 slashing and 3 fire from the first attack.
Okay.
And the second is 8 slash and 5 fire.
13, so that's 10 points right there that I take. And I'm down to 3 hit points.
The officer will gloat and say that Knights of Solamnia are antiquated, outdated, and soon to be exterminated. Happy
And you are cowards for ganging up on a single fighter. But may your cowardice be your downfall.
Well, his cowardice has given him a 22 to hit for 13 combined damage, so we got another fallen party member here. And this is a disturbing turn of events for a random encounter, but we did literally roll the highest thing that we could possibly find for a Wandering Dragon Army sortie here as well. And as your characters fall unconscious, some of you start to wonder if perhaps the canyon might have been a better idea. These guys might have just flown right over you. So that's that. Second Vicious Lance attack. Since we're in range, we'll try touching the untouchable wizard here. Hey, a 16 to hit for 13 piercing and 4 fire.
You mind if I throw a shield up on that?
I mean, I don't, but the officer kind of gives you a sneer. Awesome. Just kind of impacts this invisible force, and he kind of looks down at his lance almost like, they did make it the proper length, didn't they? And then this is where I fucked up before, but it's a good thing the attack missed anyway. It's an important distinction. The Assault Orders ability, it does say that the target has to have that Draconic Devotion trait. Of course the other officers do, the steeds do not, so I cannot just tell the steed to attack Kadar, which I did, but fortunately the attack missed, so just a accidental but fortuitous flub in that respect. We're going to hold on to our recharge here because... yeah, we just don't have any way that we want to use it here. So Ziliana is up near the bottom of the initiative.
All right. I will go towards my boy Doc P, who is so kindly waiting for me. Love him for that. So we'll go over, we'll get on said carpet, and apparently... Okay. And then I will have us fly over to the one that is on our left over here. About there-ish, I guess. And I'm going to do what I do best and stab and pray.
All right.
Oh, things are small. Hello,
Who is
little
the target, the beast or the officer?
the officer.
All right.
We'll go with this one.
Oh, damn. I see you're sitting on some inspirations there. If you want to use one of them to get that 21, that will turn it into a hit, and you would get the sneak attack, technically, since Doc is nearby.
Yeah, I'll burn one of my inspos here.
All right.
Yep,
It'll
which
have to
one
be
is-
a heroic
Heroic?
inspo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, damn. Well, that's unfortunate. That's one of the few
Oh, that's the one that
heroic
doesn't-
inspirations
Ah.
that don't let you re-roll something. It's
Oh,
got its own
really?
special effect. But that is a badass effect right there.
Do I
Just
in my
right click.
subscriptions have inspiration?
Not for this campaign. This is our one campaign that does not benefit from our subscription bonuses.
Okay. Okay.
So, damn, yeah, that is just a near miss, unfortunately. Unless somebody else has a heroic inspiration
The
they want to give you.
the vanilla one has to be claimed like before you do your roll, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, okie doke. Kadar is up next. Looking around at all these
All
fallen
right, things are
companions.
moving. Things are moving a little too fast for Kadar. Let's try to slow things down just a little bit.
Ooh. Pretty sure that can hit all the bad guys.
Yeah, they grouped up nicely
No
for me,
measurement.
so
Nice. Wisdom save. Okay. Start with the mounts. 1, 2, 3. If the DC is correct, one of the mounts made the save. The other two did not. So we'll use this little
yeah, that's right.
down arrow to represent the slow. And then the officers, wisdom saves. Oh, they are proficient in this one, so we'll see. 2 and 3. Oh, a natural 1 and nothing doing on the third one. Only the middle guy here made his save, so pretty timely and effective use of the slow spell there. Drop that, drop that. 2 of the mounts and 2 of the officers. All right.
All right, I'm going to move just a little bit and get out of the way.
Interesting. I don't know that I've ever really paid attention to the second paragraph of the slow spell there as far as the casting a spell. It's possible it won't go off till the next turn. Huh. And then you have to use your action on that turn to complete the spell. That's damn unfortunate. Wow. All right. So top of the round here. Now all of a sudden it's a much different situation for J-Man. Let's see what you got. Twitch subscription benefits do not count, but you can spend Beskars in the live stream for your usual things in that regard, like recovering unconscious characters and advantage, disadvantage, things of that nature. But yeah, that's going to put you 1 up on the death save. And then Dawn, same thing. Death save. Also 1 up. And then Doc is up next here.
All right, so I've got 2 downed friends. I'm going to go ahead and cast Mass Healing Word.
Oh. Very nice.
And I don't know how to add in the fact I have been doing my healings wrong, because as Disciple of Life, they gain an additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level, so that would be an additional 5.
Okay. So 9 hit point restoration to your 2 allies there. Could technically hit more people, but everybody else is at full health.
Exactly. And then, seeing as how that is a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and try and hit the officer with my mace.
Okay. And my AC is now 2 less than it would be. And thanks to J-Man now being conscious, even though he's prone, that does not negate the flank bonus. So you do get the flank bonus. And that will be a successful strike. He'll have disadvantage on attacks for being prone, but yeah, I don't think it Fs with the flank.
And that'll go ahead and end my turn.
All right. Lance, who was pretty much on point, is now, well, just watched everybody kind of fly right over his head and go attack everybody else.
Just spent this whole time stretching. So, can I give someone a potion with a bonus action, or am I crazy?
You can, yes.
I'm going to run down here, 30 feet, next to Reginald. Feed him a potion of healing and take 2 attacks on the. Yeah, I'll take 2 attacks on
The
officer.
The officer, okay. The officer, this is the one who made his save versus the slow, so his AC is still pretty decent, but otherwise, yeah, totally eligible target. And do you want to roll the healing potion, or do you want Dawn to roll it?
I'll roll it, but I've got it.
Whoa! That's what's up right there.
2 attacks.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, I got you.
Oh! Well, that will land. Chop off this guy's hit points nicely. And
Yeah,
is that's it for you? Okay. Well,
yeah, an action surge. Sorry, that's why I attacked twice.
Oh! Gotcha. Oh, I see. I
I forgot to say.
Gotcha, yeah. Those will both hit then. Another 7 points of damage. I somehow only saw the larger attack value there. So there we
And that
go.
one.
And then checking rechargeables on these guys. The second guy gets his back. First guy does not. And yeah, we're getting a little
Rechargeables, a subproduct of Lunchables.
Available at all Walbogs. So let's start with this over here. We are both slowed. We are both at 5 feet of height. Hawakan has regained consciousness. And we have a demonstrable healing on the field. So yes, we are going to turn our attention to the healer. Officer will stab out twice with the lance attack. It's a 19 to hit and a 15 to hit.
He can only attack once because it's slow.
Oh, good to know. I did know I lost my reactions. Yes, action or bonus, and regardless of Shmurna, you can only make 1 attack. So a 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, it is 10 pierce and 1 fire. And then likewise, the Dragonelle will have its attacks cut in half. We'll take 1 strike on the dock as ordered by the officer. That's a 10 to hit. Nope. And then at the end of our turn, we get another wisdom saving throw. So we'll check the dragon. Nope. We'll check the officer. Nope. And
Does that ability require a bonus action, or is it like an instant?
which ability?
The one where he told the Dragonelle to attack.
It is an instant, but only if he has it available. And that is one thing I effed up on. He can't tell the Dragonelle to attack. He can only have the other officers attack because they're the only ones that share that same ability.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Show. So we'll check this one over here. And yeah, this guy was celebrating. He just dropped a Knight of Solamnia who is all of a sudden right back on his feet. So we're just going to return to the tried and true. We are slowed, so we only get 1 attack. And even with flank bonus, that is a 16 to hit, so nope. We will have the Dragonelle do its pair of attacks because it did not fail the slow. Rend. Oof. 23 to hit Sir Reginald for 13 slash, 2 fire. And then we'll check the wisdom save on this guy versus the slow. It is a success. So no more slow on Officer 2. And then this one over here. This officer is not slowed. We're going to spread our attacks out. First one is on Lance. That's an 11 to hit. Yeah, we don't quite have the loose flank with you, and I didn't move into position to get it, sadly.
I'll post and attack him back.
Oh man, I really wish I'd moved into position to hit then. Okay. Ow!
Get away from him!
You also get the superiority die added to that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget that.
Looked like a good amount of damage, but that's because he rolled max. Damn!
Oh,
max! Ouch!
yes!
Oh, gosh. Man, this guy just lost fucking 21 hit points on a missed attack.
I have to protect Reginald.
No, you don't. I was attacking you. Okay, so now we're going to attack Reginald. Perhaps a bit more cautiously. Flank bonus. That's a 16 to hit, so even with flank bonus, both of these guys only got a 16 to hit you. And then the Dragonelle is slowed, and the Knight is our primary, so we're going to take one rend attack with flank advantage, and the best we can do is an 11. So wisdom saving throw against the slow. Damn. 16 for the Dragonelle, so we will get rid of that. And that will close. Matter of fact, screw that noise. How does the slow... Is it just half my speed? Speed is half,
Yeah,
okay.
half your speed.
So yeah, technically we didn't roll the save until after the turn, but yeah, we're going to ascend 30 feet, then roll the wisdom save and make it, but we can't ascend anymore after that because our speed is halved. But yeah, after getting chopped and brutalized on a missed attack, this guy is going to rear his steed a bit out of range and to a better position of safety, as then we will pass it to Ziliana's turn.
Would his flyby attacks, flyby defense still function even though he's slowed and he started next to my square?
It would. I don't know that it matters where he starts. It just says it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity when it flies out of an opponent's reach.
Oh, okay. Because
Okay.
I so wanted an attack of opportunity.
It stands to reason. But Katie, go ahead.
All right. We're gonna try to go after that officer again, and I think I will preemptively use one of my vanilla inspiration things, so that way, hopefully, I can actually make a hit.
All right. And of course, you do have flank advantage now that Justin is back up. But this will more assure. Yep. So that'll hit for 17 damage. Ouch. Okay. Chopping this dude down.
And I think that is about all I can do with Ziliana. So I will pass it off to Kadar.
All right. What's Kadar got going this round?
All right, Kadar is going to target this officer and throw a little bit of fire at him.
All right.
Looks like the second two should hit for 17 fire damage.
On the mount or the officer?
on the officer.
I thought for sure we had fire resistance, but that is incorrect. Okay. Ow! Well, there goes most of what he had left. And a turn for you there?
Yeah, I guess so. End of turn.
All right. So over to J-Man, who can now get back to his feet for the first time this hour.
I'm going to stay laying down for the moment. How high up is that guy?
Just floating 5 feet up.
All right. So I'm going to cast Thunder Wave, like, up
Okay.
to hit, so it hits him, but nobody else.
Nice.
I mean, it'll hit the mount too, obviously.
Right.
And possibly it might knock him off the mount in the process.
All right. Oh, it's a con save. Thought it was a dex save, which slow would F with. The Dragonlance made the save. And the officer made the save. Successful save is half damage. Should be 6, okay. No shove. Unsecured objects are automatically pushed 10 feet away. This guy was not the best at securing his pack to his mount this morning, so the thunder wave just blasted his backpack onto the ground there, and yeah, there may be some interesting things inside of there. Let me see if I can find something in my object library here. Perfect. Leather backpack. Oh my god, look at the size of that thing! Ah! Heward's Handy Mansion. Ah! There we go, that's a little better. I guess if we're playing it true to scale, something like that would probably be...
Yeah, I know. That was a 5-foot backpack.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically like the minimum that it'll start off as 1 square, and then I have to kind of like finagle it from there. But yeah, like, what was that? 8 by 8 squares by default.
How many Kender can you hide in a backpack?
Yeah, for sure.
All of them.
Wow, this is cool.
How concerned does he look that happened?
Roll an insight. That's not gonna help me. Wow. He definitely noticed that it happened, and he tried to, like, reactively grab at it, but for whatever reason, the asshole DM didn't give him a dexterity save to do so. He's slowed anyway. He would have had a penalty, is what the DM's figuring, so whatever.
Right, so, well, I'm still, like, fighting for my fucking life here, so I'm not really concerned about his fucking backpack. I'm gonna stand up, I'm not really aware of the fact that he's slowed and doesn't have reactions, right? So
I'd say there's
I'll
a
just stand
visible
up.
effect for the slow magic. Like, you could tell his movements are a lot more halting than they would be otherwise.
Yeah, then I'm in game not really familiar with what that does as far as like the mechanics and stuff. So
Right.
I know he's slowed down somehow. I don't know that it'll stop him from attacking me for leaving the square. So I'll stand up and remain here to give flank advantage still, but that's about it.
All right, then. Let's see what Dawn has.
This is either going to be really cool or really stupid. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize Misty Step. And I'm going to Misty Step on the back of this Dragonelle over here. And I'm going to push this guy off with an athletics check. Fuck me gently with a chainsaw.
Double nat ones? Are you serious?
Reginald
Okay.
falls.
I told you, Katie. He inherited your spirit.
Oh man, first
No
roll
shit.
of the night on Monday night. He started off with or Wednesday night. He started off with the natural ones. All right, it's possible for you to still beat me here with natural ones though. So we'll see.
Can I use the inspiration card?
Is it heroic?
No, I only have the vanilla.
Oh yeah, you gotta declare those before dice are rolled.
That is so dumb. I mean, man.
That's the difference between the vanilla and the heroic. If you got a heroic, you can use it after. If you got a vanilla, you got to be a little more
Dan.
tactical.
It's like, why?
Hey, Dan,
Yo.
your counter athletics check is going to roll a 3, and I'll use one of my portents.
Okay.
I don't know if his pluses will still beat it, but he's getting a 3.
Post the ability. As you can see, okay. Well, a 3 plus my 5 is an 8. And tie goes to defender. Otherwise, I had a 10, which would have absolutely beaten the check, but yeah. As we can see here, I got a 5 plus a 5. If we change it to a 3 plus a 5, that's an 8. So that is your bonus action, that is your action, and you're currently both astride this thing, fighting for position, although no argument about it. I definitely have the better position being inside the saddle.
Right. Okay. That's the end of my turn. Fucking dice.
Oh boy. Yeah, that could have gone a lot better. As Doc is up next here.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by moving my spiritual weapon over here and swinging at the officer. Now, with Reggie being on there, would we be in front of or behind the officer to where I could get the flank on the attack?
I would say there's no real chance for flank, but because we're squeezing into the same space, it's the same translation mechanically. We would have you would have advantage to attack us. We would have disadvantage to attack.
Beautiful. So that spiritual weapon's going to swing at him.
Okay. Oh, good thing for that advantage. And good thing you rolled good damage. I only had 4 hit points left, but you could have left me hanging on with just a little bit. As it is, first officer is killed.
Can I shift into the saddle? It's not really a move or anything like that, but it's like now that the saddle is vacated and there's really no space because we're kind of right next to each other.
As long as that doesn't translate to a mistaken perception that this is now your steed and you have any degree of control over it.
No, I don't have any control over the thing yet until I break it, like any other steed, because
That's right.
this thing's, So, yeah, I'm going to have to try to break this thing if I want to keep it.
As over here, what the actual fuck? Just mid-combat, random encounter, you find a replacement and decide that I'm not good enough anymore?
No, I just want... Oh my gosh. I want sugar cubes. Somebody get me some sugar cubes.
He just dumps all of your gear on the ground and just fucking walks away in a huff. All right, so that is spirit. That's just your bonus action. What else you got?
I'm going to swing at the officer I've been swinging at with my mace.
Okay. We do not have a flank advantage there. It wouldn't matter anyway, and that's even with the AC reduction from slow. That's going to clink off of his shield there.
That will be my turn.
All right. So Lance is up in the order.
Would there be an object interaction to pick up the backpack?
I would say a bonus action for something like that, just because it's got some heft to it. It's not as easy as like opening a window or a door.
Well, just in case one of these assholes try to grab it, I'll come over here. I'll take the opportunity attack. I'll pick it up and I'll take a slash at the officer.
Okay. Where was your starting position? Oh, okay.
Right here.
Gotcha. So yeah, they both would get opportunity attacks there.
Yeah, but 20 feet.
The rend attack, nothing doing. And the
Isn't he 15 feet away?
oh, that one is 15 feet. Yeah, I thought I was looking at the other one. I was like, yeah, he definitely wouldn't because he's 35 feet away. But yeah, even this guy at 15, nothing doing. It was a missed attack anyway. Glad I didn't burn a nat 20.
Advantage. Oh, thank God. 11 damage.
All right, we'll take it.
That'll be
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah, he is looking all kinds of jacked up. So.
I dangled the backpack in his face.
Give me that back! Oh, he's getting his rechargeable back for all the good it'll do him. He can't order himself to do an attack, unfortunately. He looks to one of you in desperation to see if one of you wants to join the Dragon Queen's army. If you do, you get a free reaction attack on this turn.
I go right behind Hawakan and hit him.
Alright.
Too many sorcerers.
Alright, Mordo. So, yeah, we'll have this one shout down at... Son of a bitch, because he's slowed, he gets no reaction. So, yeah, that won't help either. So, yeah, we'll just... We'll start with this one. We'll see if we can trick the action economy. So, we're going to start with this guy. And, fuck, there's 4 of you. Let's... The cleric... Drew the short straw last round. And same thing this round. We're attacking the cleric twice. Lance attack is a 16 AC for 6 pierce and 1 fire. And the Drake's Rend is very good damage, but it missed your AC by 1. And then, yeah, I mean, they want to trick the action economy, but this guy also has some attempt at his own preservation. So, whatever the GM had planned is not going to work for him. As we are going to fly by attack and ascend 30 feet out of range here. And then we'll roll those saving throws against the slow. The Dragonelle made the save. The officer did not. So the Dragonelle, we can get rid of that. And the officer is bleeding profusely, and he kind of starts looking around on his satchel and then realizes that what he's looking for is in this guy's possession. And then as this guy has his turn... I don't know about this. I'm going to try a morale check. Fuck morale, we got this. Alright, so let's just fix that. And yeah, we're going to get ourselves involved in some aerial combat here. Match the height. And we'll stab out at Reginald here with the Vicious Lance. That's a 19 to strike for 12 pierce and 3 fire.
That'll drop me.
Well, all right. That was 15, about 20 feet of movement to do that. And exactly 40 feet to get over here and descend into melee. And we will stab out at each of you a single time. I'm sorry, just once because I already stabbed on, so... this is... Oh, we're going to attack Hawakan. Okay. Lance... Oh, 24 to hit for 13 damage total, 10 pierce and 3 fire.
I hate these guys.
Yeah, they are freaking coming to play in a vicious way. And the Dragonel now has its 2 rend attacks, which we will direct in Doc's direction. No, and a 22 to hit for 11 slash and 3 fire. And that will pass it to Ziliana as the Dragon Army officers are done with this round.
Just a reminder, Ziliana, the carpet is 60 feet of fly.
Okay, fun, super groovy. Let's see, how far away did they just move? But then we get an attack of opportunity with these dudes. So
If you went up, it'd only give them attack of opportunity on me, not you.
And I can get the one that's...
well, you got like 33 out of 67 of your HP though, so. But I mean, if you don't mind, I'll go past these people and go to the ones that just flew away from between us and Hawakan. I want to finish this motherfucker. So if you're fine with taking an attack of opportunity, I would very much like to follow after the dude that is almost very dead.
Go for it.
All right. Well, we'll try to rend the dock. That's a 7. And then we'll try to pierce the dock. That's a natural 1.
And I'm going to go for the officer again, the beautifully sketched out officer that's just belongs in the Modern Museum of Art, honestly.
We're going to try a charisma check to dissuade you. And we get advantage because of the beautiful grin that you can see. It's the C just turned to its side. That's his smile. I don't know.
You get disadvantage because Viliana is an absolute psychopath.
Oh, God. A miss.
So sad. So sad.
Oh, where was that vanilla inspiration before the attack
No,
this round? That would've
I
killed
know.
him. Killed him
It was the
outright.
opposite on the one that I did use it for, too. It was like a 20 on the other side and then like the 9 on the...
Damn.
Oh,
Heartbreaking.
yeah, this is just like how my week has been. So it checks
Man.
out. Checks out.
I would say
Okay,
same for me,
so-
but I'd have to be on your guys' side for that to be true. I have not been kicking ass anywhere to this degree this week. On any level.
No, I've been rolling nat ones all week. So in life, I've been rolling nat ones. So if I were to disengage, would that also apply to Doc, or would they get an attack of opportunity on Doc if I were to want to disengage and fly away from them a little bit?
It would only be the dragon that's attack here. Or the dragon.
Yeah, I suppose that could count for both passengers. I don't really know how the raw would play into that, but for the here and now, that's fine.
Okay, because then I will disengage and we're gonna fly back a little bit because they're probably mad now. I think they've been mad this whole time, but like I think they're even more mad.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Do you have a preference
this
on
one
which way we
especially. Look
go,
at the
Doc?
anger.
I know, like that anger. I haven't seen that kind of anger in so long. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm.
This
Doc, do you
one's
have a
just
preference
dead,
on which
though.
direction we fly away?
He has become a threat.
The wheel.
Oh, don't give me a wheel. I'll turn us right.
Move us closer towards Reggie. And we should have the 30-foot wings on us right now since we flew up 30 feet to match the officer.
Yeah, okay. And then that will be the end of my turn.
All right, so that's Kadar up next before we go to our halftime.
All right, Kadar is going to move right about here so he's close enough to get a nice straight line angle up. And we're going to throw a lightning bolt through these guys.
All right.
So it's a deck save, so the one officer has disadvantage on that.
Right. Is it disadvantage or was it a flat -2? I thought it was -2. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
All right, let's start with the ones up front, though. So deck save is... Well, the Rider made it by 1. The Dragonelle rolled a natural 1, so 31 points later. Ouch. That is a good chunk of its hit points. The officer will take half. And then over here, doesn't matter if he makes his dex save, 15 damage is going to be enough to kill that officer outright. The Dragonelle, however, is in an interesting spot. We failed the save. And we are now just bleeding profusely from 30 feet up, as this Dragonelle now has only a handful of hit points left to its name. Which is Arthur, by the way.
That'll be the end of my turn because I can't get anybody to help him out.
All right. So that'll cycle us back to the top of the initiative. That'll send us to our halftime break, and we will catch you here shortly, friends, for the rest of this random encounter. We're not getting anywhere with the story if we keep having these random encounters. See you shortly, friends. Are you with us?
Oh, wait.
I think we should shed some more blood. And J-Man, you're at the top of the initiative with a mighty death save ahead of you. Oh boy. Oh boy indeed. Woo! And just as quickly, Dawn, same thing. Don't do it. Oh, I thought it was going to be a natural 1, so. At least it was just a 1 failed death save.
Right.
And Doc, that's going to be over to your turn here.
All right. Those death saves don't matter much because I'm casting Mass Healing Word again.
All right. Pretty cool.
And then add 5 to that. And actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take 5 as well due to my Blessed Healer ability.
Could you take another 5 and just heal yourself?
Yeah, I thought you could have just been one of the targets of the mass healing word, so you'd get 10 instead of 5.
You're right. I thought my Disciple of Life only worked on other creatures I healed, but it works on mine as well. So yeah, I take 10 instead of 5.
Very cool. So that's your bonus action then.
Yes, and for my action, I am going to Guiding Bolt this one here.
Okay. Oh! Wow! Oh, damn. 20, 34, 40.
Thank God I up past it.
Wow! That's 45 damage? Let me double count. 25, 30, wait, no. 25, 35, 45, 47 damage. Holy moly, look at this guy's hit points. Ah! Oh, that's brutal.
And if someone can go make a melee attack on him, they have advantage.
Alright, well, it's Lance's turn here.
Are we concerned with the dragons getting away?
Concerned about the dragons what?
Getting away. You know, because we don't want to alert people to our position, but, you know, what's the dragon going to tell them? Or dragonette?
I don't know, what do y'all think?
I'm just wondering if I should kill this one that's running away.
I have no real opinion on that. So, I mean, if you want to kill the dragon and so it doesn't get away, because they may, after losing the rider, may end up flying back to their units, and that will also give away the fact that something bad has happened.
I think this one's kind of diehard, so I'll attack the one that's running away.
I mean, the fact that they never returned from their patrols will also indicate something bad happened.
Very true.
They could have just started their patrol.
But they
You know,
wouldn't
people
know
are-
where along their patrol that they've gotten. Well, even if they get back, I don't know how intelligent these things are.
It's a good thing they got GPS on these dragons.
See, that's always a word. Oh, that's what's in the bag, innit? There's an air tag in the backpack. I'll shoot the one that's running away.
Okay.
Can I use this with my bow? It doesn't specify melee attack, so
That's within 5 feet of you.
Right, it does have to be within
Ah,
5
yeah,
feet. I guess. Yeah, I guess if you did use a ranged attack, the disadvantage for that you would normally get would offset the advantage. So I guess that's in encouraging you to use melee, but it's not restricting you to melee.
I was just wondering, because in case I miss it, obviously. But
Show,
I'll
show.
just in case, I'll just take a regular attack, a longbow attack.
Okay.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, I mean, only had 3 hit points left, so
Yeah.
yeah,
No
this
sneak
thing
attack
is
up.
gone.
And I'll kind of like seat myself in front of Hawakan
All right.
as best I can. And that'll be.
Well, shit. Yeah, let's try that morale check again. Last time we were so confident. This round, not so much. Yeah, we are not liking what's happening here, so we're going to forego any attacks here and just order our steed to double time it out of here. So 15. That's 40. That's 60. And then we've got like another 45 feet to get way out to here, plus another 15 feet off the map. We'll say we're probably like 60 feet high throughout all of that. And then I guess we'll use red and blue to indicate an additional 15 feet. As, yeah, we are getting the hell out of this nonsense. That turned very quickly on us. And, yeah, as far as this thing goes, we are going to try to dismount this cumbersome Solamnic Knight. Ew, you stink!
I smell better than the guy that we threw off this.
Bullshit! So yeah, we're gonna try to dislodge you here with a, oh, we got a 17 on our athletics check. Wow! Alright, so thankfully we are, shit, actually not so thankfully, we're 35 feet up when we dislodge you.
I will reaction cast Featherfall on him.
Nice, okay. Saved him a dozen points of damage and another unconscious visit to the ER. And this one here is going to bolt off in this direction initially before getting its bearings, and then that's 95, which is actually more movement than it should get because it did the action, so we need to back it up. And yeah, we're going to stay 35 feet high throughout all of that, and then pass it over to Katie's turn. And I'm just going to extend this map just in case there's need for it.
Then if no one is going to yell out that we should let these things flee, I am going to chase and stab.
Oh yeah, we've got the movement speed to chase it.
Hell yeah, dude, let's go. Okay, so I think, what did you say, 60 feet, right?
Yes, 60 feet,
Okay.
and then obviously you can do dash it.
Yeah, no, that 60 feet will put us right at Dude Guy McMahon dragon thing, so it works out. So we're just gonna zip right on over to him. And stab, stab, stab. Oh no, what happened to my character sheet? Where did you go, girl? Well, I refresh and it wants to close out of everything? Rude.
Yeah, I've been having that problem all night.
Fucking rude.
Everything closing.
feel like Roll20 needs like the fucking Jeopardy music when it loads things.
Absolutely.
There we go.
I would load it into our soundboard if I could use the full 30-second clip.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny though. Step. No!
Oh, for goodness sake, come on.
Both I and Ziliana will be screaming in frustration for the next 30 seconds straight. But that's like all I can really do, and this will keep us right there. So when we circle back around, we're still right there, and Doc can take a wing slash spell or whatever at this dude. So we'll just stay right here and scream in frustration and break Doc's eardrums.
All right, how about Kadar? What's he got?
Well, this guy is in range for a little cantrip. And nothing doing.
Damn.
I'll move up 30 feet and call it my turn.
Hold on. Were you attacking the officer?
I was, but it's not a melee attack, so I don't get that.
So I was mistaken. It is any attack roll. Hold on, I'll send it up.
18 will still miss.
All right, that's my turn.
And just for a bit of clarity here, before we get too deep down the rabbit hole, just take into consideration angles of positioning. Like, this guy is mounted on the dragon, and he's 60 feet high and however far off in the distance, so the amount of him that we see versus the amount of dragon that we see from the angle of attacks that most of us would be coming from, in many cases, I would say he's not even an eligible target. J-Man, that'll be over to your turn, though.
He'll be an eligible target for this.
Yeah, see, that's more an AoE, so yeah, you don't even necessarily need to see him at that point. And yeah, his saving throw is going to be pretty irrelevant as, yeah, his body just comes tumbling off the back of this thing from 60 feet high and crashes down with a mighty electrified thud. The Dragonelle might take less damage. What is this? Dex save? Hey, we do! We got a 17, so we only take 6 damage. Woohoo!
Yeah, so I get up, stride forward, and just like, dodge that!
Well, alright. Are you still prone? Or no, you got up, okay.
I got up and moved.
I was gonna say, that's badass. You're still just on your back, just like, you! Fuck you! Reginald, over to your turn.
All right. Let's see. They're trying to bring that one down, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to here, use Misty Step, get back on the back of that thing again. Oh wait, how high is it up?
We're 35 feet high.
I think that's just out of my range. Damn it.
Can you jump 5 feet up?
Yeah, can you drop him 5 feet down for me?
How about no, Scott?
If you call your warhorse over and stand on top of it, does that get you the extra 5?
All right. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to utilize my where is it? Hold on one moment. There we go. Commanding Rally from my Knight of the Crown.
All right.
So I'm pretty much here, and I'm going to command Zilia to attack.
I don't know. I feel like if we play it in character, she's going to look down at you and throw you the middle finger. Mechanical advantage and superiority be damned.
Right, but anyway.
So you get a free attack there, Katie. With your reaction. Oh, I bet she stepped away.
I don't believe I heard you correctly. What?
Is my sound, am I working now?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know, I was pressing the button and I don't think it registered.
Yeah, we didn't get it.
Awesome. That's so great for us. Okay. Well, we'll swing and pray.
All right, big money.
How about medium money? Does medium money?
You do get that D8 added to the attack roll, which turns a miss into a hit. And because you got your ally close by, that is a sneak. And ow! This thing just took its first damage.
Oh, so medium money can work sometimes. All right.
Hell yeah. Just got to shop on the dollar menu is all.
Actually, the D8 is to the damage. And they'd have to be able to hit.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at that wrong. My bad. Womp womp. Have your hit points back. Well, that's unfortunate.
And then as my action, I'm going to lay on hands for 30.
Wow. All right. So, Doc, your turn.
All right, I'm going for a slightly different tactic now. I am going to cast Command and, speaking in Draconic, tell this Dragonelle to yield or to surrender.
Wow, 16 on the wisdom save. It throws a middle talon in your direction.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move my spiritual weapon closer to us.
All right. Well, that will bring it to Lance's turn.
One second. I'll move 30 feet closer and take a fainting shot against these dragons. Ka-cha! Hell yeah.
What am I missing? You're using a rapier against Kadar?
Oh shit, same buffs. It was a longbow and it was this thing.
This one over here?
Yeah, the one down south.
Oh, the one way over here?
Yeah.
All right.
So it would be the same everything.
Sure, just no sneak attack because we don't have any allies close by.
I had advantage from feint attack, which would give me the crit as well.
Wasn't fainting attack within 5 feet? Yeah, choosing one
Yeah, sorry.
creature within 5
Yeah.
feet as your target.
Oh, no, man, just the normal damage.
So yeah, it looks like 10 piercing. Ow. Alrighty. Well, we're going to try our best here. We can get rid of those. Technically, we are 15 feet further. Now that we extended the map. We are 60 feet high. We're going to increase that an additional 60 feet to 120. And haul ass further in that direction. And likewise for this one here. No tax of opportunity for moving out of threatened range. This will bring us 120 feet. And in the process, we will elevate to... Oh, gotta back him up. So I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll go up to 75 feet. Right over there. Alright, so they're getting further, but you can still see them. They're out in distance. It's a pretty clear day. Some clouds, but otherwise Ziliana's up.
Awesome. Totally love everything that just happened. Okay, so we will continue to go after them. And I gotta measure things now, which is lame. Okay, that'll put us about there. And then blop is 60 that we get. And we're down here. Oh man, we're not gonna make all the way there unless I like use my. Okay, you know what? No, that's fine. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do that. And then I will use my action to do movement again, which will take us down here. Whoops. Hello. There we go. Take us down here. And then we'll bonus action dash to finally catch up with these creatures, and that will put us next to this guy for when the turn order restarts, and then Doc is right here to do whatever the hell Doc wants to do. Then that'll be my turn. It's just getting us there.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Kadar is up next.
I don't think Kadar can get in range. Yeah, they are too far away. So I will just move and dash 60 feet.
Alright. How about for Hawakan, this little smudge of something that we can see at this extreme distance? It's like we're in an airplane now. It just looks like ants.
Not moving dash.
Okay. And for the next ant, what you got, Don?
I wave bye. Bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye. And Doc, who's actually up next to one of these things.
Well, I am so close to it, I might as well just go ahead and try hitting it with my mace.
Yeah, that's a solid strike. And now this thing takes its first damage and squeals and screams in response.
And in Draconic, I'm again going to tell it to surrender, this time obviously not casting command.
Yeah, based on its aggression and its continued movement, it doesn't seem like it's even taking that as an option. Lance, that's going to be your turn, though. We continue to extend the borders of this random encounter.
Bonus action, dash, move, 60, and I'll take another shot at this one.
Okay.
Please.
Hell no.
We can also try and intimidate this one.
Alright, so now the Dragonelles will go. Boy, oh boy. Alright, let's check something here. Alright, so we're going to match height here at 120 feet. More or less 25, 30 feet from both of them to get there, and then I can move them more or less in sequence. So that's 90. And 120 to get all the way down over to here. And they will continue hauling across the map. And that'll pass it over to, I mean, yeah, if they were ants before, take a look at what it looks like on the live stream now. Go right ahead there, Katie.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of give a questioning look to Doc, just be like, do you want to continue, or are we backing off? What are we doing?
I'm going to shake my head because at this point we're the only two who are able to keep up, and we are not the strongest fighters in the crew.
Are you kidding? We've done so well, dude. Come on.
Don't pick me up.
In that case, I will just kind of nod my head and let us begin the journey back to the others using my action, my movement, and my bonus action to get us back over there.
All right. Should I close the initiative then?
I'm good with that.
Sure can't go.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so we will do that.
And the first thing I want to do, though, is get off of the carpet and go around and loot the dead bodies that we have. Provided Sir Reginald doesn't fucking yell at me like he always does.
I will do that before she even gets back.
These are enemies, and they are not knights, and they showed much cowardice, so they do not deserve any honor or respect.
You bleed.
Good.
Just say, "Ow."
You can say out all you want, it's not going to help you.
No, I just wanted to say that because that really, really hurt a lot of times, too many times.
Well, it's been a while since we've
Would you
had.
like a potion of healing?
It's been a while since we've had a combat worthy of a heroic inspiration reward, but that is definitely one of them. So you will find a heroic inspiration in your inventory. One note / reminder about this campaign is vanilla inspirations. You may have as many of them as you can carry. Heroic inspirations, you are limited to 1. So if you now have 2 of them in your possession, you must give one of them back to me. I think that would only be Justin, though. I think everybody else had already used their heroics.
Oh, I've got 2.
Oh, do you? Well, then, give me one.
Could you have used the 24-hour one before that happened?
I don't have access to time travel, sadly. If I did, oh man, what a much different situation it would be. So yeah, whichever one of those you don't want, feel free to just pass over to my inventory or drop it on the tabletop, and I will snag it up. Otherwise, inside of the bag, just to get that out of the way, there are 6 potions of healing. There is a tightly bunched pouch that is filled with 180 gold pieces. And there is likewise a week's worth of rations.
Look at all the stuff I got.
I'm gonna try to steal some of that stuff from him. Like, y'all know that's gonna happen.
So Hawken will smile kind of weakly at Ziliana when she offers the healing potion and be like, well, we're out of danger now, so let's not waste those resources just yet.
Okay, your funeral.
So yeah, that's what we have as far as the bodies. The Dragonelle, nothing of use on it unless you're interested in carcass pieces, which depending on your character's potential skill and what have you, could prove to be useful, but at baseline value for people looking for like normal liquidatable things, there's not really anything of interest there. You might find somebody who's interested in like claws or teeth on one of these things. But that will require more time just standing out here in the open where potentially 3 more of these things might pass over at any moment.
The breastplate makes it a difference because the breastplate is a 17 plus the shield makes it a 19.
Ah, okay.
So he's not wearing plate armor. He's just wearing a breastplate.
Gotcha. That explains it.
Same here, Reggie.
So yeah, we've got some coin, we got some potions of healing, lances, crossbows, shields, breastplates. Not sure how much of the heavier gear we want to take with us or put on
the breastplates.
our horse.
Yeah, I'm good with what I've got, and I'm not going to overburden the horse with a lot of heavy armor besides my own.
4 potions of healing and nothing else. What were you
Lance is
saying there,
fully
Ken?
stealing the money.
Ken said something about the
Let me try to
breastplate.
steal from him.
Yeah, so I do want the breastplate because I actually can use that.
Okay. It is very fancily adorned with dragon army markings, which, depending on what circle you're rolling in, could be very useful or very dangerous. Either way, it imparts the same armor class bonus, but stylistically, it may not be the coolest thing.
Did he actually say that he found some healing potions?
Yeah, well, Lance is fully stealing the money, but he does say he found 6 healing potions and would like to take 2.
I'm gonna use sleight of hand to try to steal some of this shit off of Lance.
I headbutt Zillian.
Well, if you
That's
are
fine.
announcing you found healing potions on them, I'll be like, well, then I'll take one of the ones we just found, that's for sure.
We're playing.
I want to steal some of the coin that I know that motherfucker took.
I will fully kill Zillian. And I think I could.
Well, roll perception to see if you notice what she's doing, if we're going to go this route.
There's no point, I can't.
Ah! Gotcha. Maybe an unfortunate gust of wind might reveal the nature of the plate, but we do have a means of covering it. Might
I mean,
also
my
just
robes
be
are floor length, so it would be a insane gust of wind to reveal that.
show. I don't know about in-game motivation too. There might just be a level of just it's distasteful to wear this stuff, and not just from the person who's taken it, like your other party members knowing that you're wearing this stuff. I'm not trying to start anything or anything, just making y'all aware of
Well, I mean, if he's
potential
better
want to
protected by
repurpose
this,
it.
I mean, yeah, if he's better protected, then we're better outfitted to fight them.
Right. I mean, this is not going to turn him into a dragon, person. So I mean, it's a piece of armor. If they want to remove any symbolism or anything like that, then I mean, that stuff could be buffed out and such by armor.
And I mean, I have Smith's tool proficiency, so eventually I can buff it out myself. But
In short period, I can just disguise kit some things on it. Pretty it up a wee bit.
Say again?
I'm saying I have a disguise kit so I can cover up like the worst of it.
He's got robes covering up the entire armor. I mean, it's like black
yeah.
and red painted. It's got like dragon etchings and draconic insignias written all over it. Like this, the point I'm trying to make is this is obviously Dragon Queen Army armor, and while there's no doubt a tangible benefit to having it, I don't want us to ignore the forces that we're against and the fact that the last time we confiscated some of their equipment, most in our group found it very distasteful and we couldn't wait to liquidate and get rid of it. And this is the same group of characters. So I'm looking for a little cohesion here.
Well, the reasoning, I mean, considering the fact also that we are not in a populated area at this point.
Well, sure. I'm not talking like we need to find a merchant right now to sell it. The only thing I'm saying is like if we're going to keep it as part of our equipment, it might be something in the future that we consider making more presentable for the party that we represent. Which it sounds like we're kind of thinking in that vein, but it took us a little bit to get there.
Right. I mean,
Yes,
during long
that's
rests,
the
he could be scraping off insignias and everything else like that. So
yeah, I mean, we're not going to run into representatives from your side out here in the wilderness who are just like, oh, you guys have been against us the whole time. Like, we're not going that route. I'm just trying to, like, you guys found essentially an evil outfit, and while it's definitely something that can benefit us, it's something we might want to tweak so that it benefits us better.
Yes. And previously, Doc hadn't really taken a lot of damage in combat, so he hadn't really thought about his armor, and now he's realizing, I need something a little more substantial.
Sure.
So, yes, eventually he will be removing the insignia, but
And
right
see-
now
I'll be
he's
right
just like,
And gotcha. And
I'm hurting.
even if we don't want to go that route, like even if our character's just like, man, that's a lot of freaking work. When we get back to the encampment, they've got extra gear for their soldiers, and they could easily be like, yeah, we'll swap out this Calaman breastplate for this nasty dragon armor breastplate, and our NPC armor will just melt this down and make barding out of it or whatever at some future point, like we did with the other stuff. In either case, though, we've got our inspirations. If Katie is indeed going to steal some gold off of our dude here, let's just see approximately.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I would be severely disappointed if he said, you know what, I like the look of this armor, I'm going to keep it exactly the way it is. Then I would be very hesitant to go, dude, no. But, you know.
Very true, very true.
he's immediately got to start
Paul.
scraping things.
Paul, how much coin in total do you have on your character?
120. 220.
220. All right. Well, Katie, you've got your hands on 120 of his gold.
Awesome.
Better make sure Lance doesn't find out.
Oh, he's definitely going to notice he's missing more than half his gold next time he needs to access it.
Oh, then, or Zilliana's dead. For sure.
You won't be able to prove it was me, dog.
Yeah, because the priest, the paladin, the wizard, and the barber stole from me.
Stolen
It
this
would- it
gold
wouldn't be
from another place at another time. I steal all the time. You wouldn't even know.
It wouldn't have been the other rogue in the party, you know what I mean?
Could have been anyone in
I
that
don't know.
town that we were in.
Nobody's seen the Kender for some time, so let's not rule him out as a suspect, because he's been the biggest troublemaker of us all. And him getting an invisibility cloak and just hanging out in the party and stirring up this kind of shit sounds right up his alley. Alright, let's get back to the regional map here, now that we've spent most of the session on a random encounter. That's pretty fantastic. We are closing out our day in the hex that we're in, once again finding a suitable space for a long rest. Any special preparations or what have you for tonight's long rest? Did anybody want to cook up some Dragonelle? Anybody proficient in that kind of stuff? Maybe saw an opportunity for some fresh meat instead of dried rations for dinner tonight?
I'm not really proficient in cooking or anything, but I'm going to give thanks that we survived and in meditation and prayer before turning in.
Oh yeah, that was
I want to know if
huge
there's
encounter.
Since we're fairly close to where we're trying to go, is there if I can find like a high spot and maybe see our destination from here?
You'll probably have better luck in the morning with the sun in the position it's at, but you think you see a peak nearby that'll probably suit your needs come sunup.
Okay, because I'd want to kind of figure out like a route to
Yeah.
get there the easiest.
Of course. And yeah, we'll definitely have to see what the rain situation is like the following morning. Darrett's army is still, I mean, you guys are out here, they're probably like up to here, maybe here by this point. So let's check the rain levels today. It seems like it's stable. Looks like it's at the same level as it was the previous day. So the The wash should be dry enough for your characters to travel into. And a survival check combined with the position of advantage there will give you advantage on that check. So yeah, this does not look like it's going to be an easy descent, and you're definitely thinking your lucky stars for the carpet now, because even with it, you're not sure how you're going to get the horse down there. Because there are places you can scale right down the side of the canyon, but there's really not even a thin path that the horse could take to get down there. So it's like a full day's travel back for the easiest place for the horse to get in.
If we unload the gear from the horse, I can actually dismiss the horse as part of the spell.
What you gonna do with all the gear?
Can you convince it to jump off?
Put it on the carpet.
How well? What's the what do you have? The 4x6 foot carpet there? 60-foot flying speed?
I believe so, yes.
So it's got a 400-pound capacity. I'm sure we can. Yeah, it's just going to be a little clunky as far as like bringing the gear down in shifts, I guess, and then kind of finding a place to stash it while we do our stuff down here, because somebody has to be on the carpet or controlling the carpet, so that takes some of the weight on there. So we're kind of the horse can carry more, I guess, is the long and short of it.
Well, I guess the real question is, do we even need to bring all that stuff down there? If we're just going to the cave, doing what's in the cave, and coming back out, we could just leave the horse and the gear stashed somewhere up top.
It would be out in the open, would be the only concern in that respect. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have need to bring it down with you, then why trouble yourself?
The carpet can carry up to 800 pounds. It just cuts the movement speed in half.
Okay.
I guess that would be up to Reginald, since it's his horse. I mean, the horse can defend itself if it comes to that, I guess.
I mean, I'm all willing to leave the horse up here with gear and stuff. I don't think we want to leave everything up here with the horse just in case it does get overpowered.
I'm confused. What's on the horse anyway? I don't even know what it's carrying.
Yeah, good question. I know we had addressed this last session or the session before, because there was some overspill as far as what we were bringing with us, and the horse turned out to be beneficial in that respect, but I don't recall exactly what we had.
Basically, it's our rations, our water, camping gear, my lance,
The phone.
anything that we didn't want to personally carry ourselves because it would be detrimental to our combat. So like my backpack full of stuff is on the horse because I didn't want to have the backpack on trying to fight with it.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm still carrying all of my stuff because I didn't realize we were doing that. So yeah, I don't even have anything on that.
Same. I think all that's really on there is the extra rations we had, which I don't remember how many days supply we had.
Yeah, hopefully it's yeah, I guess this right here. Is this all accurate?
Pretty much.
I thought we had liquidated those longbows and longswords back in Kalaman, but I mean, they're still there, so you guys are responsible for that handout. I guess that's a great way to keep an infinite cycle of gold by just keeping the gear and selling it.
Right.
Whoops.
Well, I know the 60 days of rations, we didn't want to like carry them ourselves because that's pretty heavy stuff.
Definitely, and we thought about donating it to the army, but then it was like, well, they've obviously got their own quartermaster. They've got a lot of gear fit for 300 people. So for us, this could be enough rations to sustain for the campaign for our small little collective.
I will say I did create food and water, so essentially as long as I keep a 3rd level spell slot open, I can sustain up to 15 humanoids and 5 steeds for 24 hours.
Nice.
But that's also, again, considering that if we need that slot in combat, then there goes food and water for the day.
I mean, I've got enough on me to last a couple of days.
Right, that's 15 people and 5 steeds. So
Right.
so that would be 48 hours worth of food and water for us. Minimum.
Doesn't
So I
it
could literally do it
disappear
every day.
or rot after the 24 hours?
Well, big consideration too is that it's a spell slot, and it's the highest tier of the lowest tier of spells, going all the way back to 2nd edition. How they bracketed the spells into 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9. 3rd level is the highest of the first tier of spells, so it's a valuable spell slot. It's definitely something that'll be useful, but something that if we have a mundane solution to, could be useful in other respects. So definitely something to measure out. Doesn't have to be the same thing every day. Some days maybe you get a magically created buffet. Other days maybe you guys are gnawing on some hardtack and some beef jerky.
Okay. Yep. So we can take like a small portion of these rations just as a backup in case the spell is not available, and then we can bury a bunch of this stuff up here and dismiss the horse.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
that works. I don't really think we should plan on spending more than a few days in whatever cave we're going to.
Okay.
Sounds like
So
a plan.
Are we coming back this way?
I mean, yeah, sure. It's not like it's far from where we're going right now.
okay. So we're gonna loosely bury stuff that we don't need, dismiss the horse, and then keep my lance up here as a mark for where things are buried.
Okay. Works for me. Yeah, there's a group of starving coyotes out there that when you guys come back from the hidden cave, they're going to be very, very fat and full, and all your rations that you
Then we'll
buried
eat them.
will be gone. Oh, I didn't see that going though. I didn't see that through to its conclusion. All right. Grumble, grumble. All right. So we can easily forego any skill challenge in descending the canyon unless anybody's just feeling particularly athletic or acrobatic and they don't want to go through the magical carpet transport system that we have here. Assuming that we do, then yes, we can make our way down towards the hidden cave. And this is something that we did not see from the angle of approach, even with the vantage point that we had, is tucked into a small little cove nearby is a campsite that is just packing up for the morning. Looks like whoever's here slept in maybe an hour, hour and a half longer than you guys did. And upon your approach, you notice that they are blue-skinned elves, sea elves, otherwise known as Dimmer Nesty. And one of them looks up at your group curiously and just kind of cautiously holds up a hand of greeting.
I will smile and wide and friendly, and wave to them as well, and speak in Elven. Like, good morning.
Ah, and morning to you. What brings you to these parts?
I kind of point at the cave they're next to. Well, technically that.
You seek the Shrine of the Sea Lord?
The Shrine of the Sea Lord. I cannot say that I was actually seeking that. We were seeking ruins, and this is one of the ones marked on our map.
Ah, no, 'tis no ruins. But I apologize. I am known as Ishvern Stargazer. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I am Hawakan.
Immediately sees the dragon armor. Kill him!
I, in Elvish, introduce myself, Sir Reginald, a knight of Solomnia.
There's some looks of astonishment and just a stun between the elves. Even in their circles, this seems something to be pretty excited about. And the elf looks around at the rest of the group and spots at least one other elf and smiles over in Ziliana's direction.
I'm just gonna like blankly stare.
We were unaware that this was a holy site. My apologies. Like I said, our group is searching different sites of ancient importance and ruins in this area, and this was the one we had come to first. We don't mean to intrude on a holy space.
It is not an intrusion to those who pay the proper reverence, have proper respect. Have you, by chance, encountered I don't even know how to say them. They are numerous. They have goblins, orcs, bugbears, men. Within their ranks, they have strange troglodyte, lizard creatures as well. And we came afoul of their number some days back.
Yes, unfortunately, they are an army in service of the Dragon Queen.
An army, a dragon queen. They captured four of our number, including our leader, the priest Yearcall, and many others of our collective perished in the confrontation. We find ourselves at a bit of a impasse, as I alone of our number have been within the shrine before, but I am no priest, I am no leader, I'm one of the faithful. I would like to see our mission completed, but we are uncertain as to how to proceed.
I would kind of look over at Doc and Reginald at that one and be like, I am uncertain what you need, what you were asking.
How much would I know about this god that he was speaking of as a just generally speaking, I have a good knowledge of the god deities aligned with Mishakal.
Gotcha. Try a religion check. Let's see what we got. 16. You're pretty sure he's talking about Habakkuk. Yeah, one of the good aligned deities, god of the seas and animal life in general.
So, which direction do you know that they've taken the prisoners?
Oh, northwest, I believe. It has been a number of days, though, since this happened. They could have diverted to any number of directions, I suppose. We're not certain if they're even still alive or what the purpose of their abduction was, sadly. But the six of us who survived and have reached here, we are here for our yearly pilgrimage. We are to visit the shrine and to give our offerings. Alas, most of the offerings did not survive this skirmish. Only this one pouch, and he reaches into a larger pouch at his side and retrieves a small pouch that jingles, but not with the sound of coin. Sounds like gemstones, if you had to guess. If you would not find it too much an imposition, perhaps you would be willing to escort us through the shrine so I may see our task done?
Why do you need an escort? Is it dangerous?
It can be, and it's after the trials that we've gone through. I'm a bit hesitant to go through myself, and he kind of looks at the rest of the elves gathered nearby, and you can just tell by their overall energy that they're just glad to be alive, and any faith that they had put forth in the pilgrimage is now either gone or kind of in the backdrop as they're kind of reanalyzing the whole reason that they're here.
I'm going to look at them with a trained eye to see if they're fighter type, if they are carrying like any weapons or anything like that, or if it's just they're more like clerics or monks that don't, are more servitude, not spellcaster.
Go ahead and roll that. I would say perception for you, Don. Yeah, I mean, the guy you're talking to has a spear on him, and the rest of them are armed similarly, but none of them are rocking any kind of armor that you can tell. They don't appear to have the energy or confidence that your army of soldiers back to the east has in their ranks. It appears like their weapons were really just kind of as a measure of defense in case they needed it, and obviously they ran afoul of creatures that can just dominate them at every turn.
Right, so any real fighter, anybody trained in fighting can take them out pretty easily.
That's your guess of it, yeah. As far as insight goes, there doesn't seem to be anything deceitful or distrustful about what Ishvern is saying here.
I'll kind of whisper to my companions that I would like to aid them in their pilgrimage.
I'm going to agree, especially seeing as how they're here for a religious rite that aligns with my goddess. And I will also offer to aid them in any ceremonies if they, as I do know, the general ceremonies related to most of the good gods.
The Code of the Knights also dictate that when those in need ask for help that are good of heart and strong of spirit, that I shall lay down my life if necessary to help protect them.
I don't know how Katie's going to top that, but I'm sure she's got something equally as benevolent to impart upon our collective here.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. I will very, very kindly roll my eyes, sigh, and just go with it.
Yeah, as far as... oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying Lance will shrug, like, sure.
All right.
I just kind of look at You all nod as you all agree. I did not want to speak for you on matters of the gods, because I know it is a touchy matter for some.
They seem like good people. There's no need to be like, no, definitely not. We're not helping you, you know?
How about for Kadar? Any objections?
No, Kadar favors the gods. He doesn't have direct interaction, but he does believe that his vision, aka his portents, come from one of them.
Very cool. And upon hearing and learning a bit more about Doc's affiliation with Mishakal, Ishvern is very, very interested in him being a part of this, especially offering to help assist, if not even conduct, the religious rites that will be necessary inside of the shrine ahead. The Blue Phoenix Shrine is what we've come to call it. It's quite beautiful inside, I think you'll agree. And let's head on over to the map. Make sure... Oh yeah, we want that on. We don't want that on. I don't know why that would have been on. That's kind of weird. Glad I double checked. Alright, welcome to... nothing! Just as we always do.
The void.
Allow me to deposit your tokens where they are needed. Hey, what's going on here? Alright, whatever. So, in alphabetical order, there's Doc, there's Hawakan, there is Lance, Kadar, Reginald, and Ziliana. Each square is 5 feet, north is up. Some pertinent details about the location in here. The ceilings inside the shrine. We are not currently inside of it just yet. But yeah, once we go through the doors ahead of us here, this will be pertinent. Ceilings are 15 feet high. The areas of the shrine are brightly lit by blue continual flame spells cast on seashells and other objects embedded in the walls. The walls and doors are made of solid stone. And the water is about 2 feet high in any of the rooms, which create difficult terrain. So that being the case, and yeah, this looks to be an older module. As I recall, this was released on my birthday of all days in 2022. So this must have been just before they started putting in the interactive doors and windows that we've gotten used to. So if something isn't obvious to you, just feel free to ask me and I will let you know what's going on here ahead. But as far as this area, we find we are within an ancient algae-covered double door made of white granite shards before our position. It is etched with an eroded image of a majestic bird with outstretched wings. And Doc recognizes that instantly as a blue phoenix, the symbol of the god Habakkuk, god of the seas and animal life. Upon arriving at this door, Ishvern explains, the priest Yerkul would open this door by saying a specific prayer. Fortunately, I'm not aware of what it is.
I'll look to Kadar and say, do we want to prep just in case there's deeper water?
Yes, absolutely. And in case the water rises.
Freaking paranoid adventurers and shit. Acting like I'm out to hurt them. Oh shit, I'm not on mute.
I'm gonna go ahead and inspect this door. Is there any sort of indication of what sort of prayer I need to be saying?
Roll your religion check again. Well, you see 3 potential ways about this. One, you can be as disrespectful as possible and either try to pry the door open or bash it open. You can, option 2, use a spell known as Knock. Or C, since you seem to know the actual name of this deity is something other than the Sea Lord, you think that saying the name of the god would just open this thing right up.
Hello.
Yes.
All right.
Well.
So in Elven, I am going to start praying that Habakkuk grants us entry into this temple.
And the doors open, revealing a new area. An altar room by the looks of it, as our friend Ishvern, once it is open, he seems none too shy about approaching and entering. As you see, a long room stretches ahead, its walls carved with motifs of rolling waves. The ceiling is supported by twin pillars which glow with faint blue light. At the rear of the chamber stands an altar carved with coral-like designs. Behind it rises a sizable granite sculpture depicting the bird from the shrine's entrance, its outstretched wings wreathed in flames. An archway opens into a chamber to the west, while a simple stone door stands in a wall to the east.
All right, I'm gonna go inspect the.
Oh,
Go take a look at
please.
the statue.
One moment, please. If you wouldn't mind. He starts heading off into the western archway. I encourage you to cleanse yourselves with the water that you find here before we proceed deeper into the shrine. It is a matter of ritual and respect that Yurkul always insisted.
But of course.
I am not one to disrespect someone else's good aligned god, so I will also do so.
After he washes up, he'll just wait out here for the rest of you. Feel free to move on in and get your cleanse on, or not. Do we still have Katie and Paul with us?
Yeah, we're still here, sorry. Well, I'm
Yep.
still here, sorry.
If it looks like anybody isn't going to do the ritual bathing, I would go over to them and whisper. You might want to do the water because I feel like there might be defenses in here that are keyed to not having that on you.
Well, Leon is gonna, I guess, join the party up here.
I splashed still again. Oh dang, you didn't melt.
so once
Are we going
are...
to have a problem, Lance?
Oh, we have at least 120 problems.
And you're 119 of them.
Oh, what's going on here? Alright, here we go. A little freeze. Double check. Yep. Yeah, nothing particularly special about this altar. Aside from the design, looks like a number of rituals have been utilized here in the past. No tangible evidence of it, just aside from the occasional scuff and signs of wear upon the altar itself. It looks like it's been some time since the purpose of this room has actually been used as intended. Otherwise, goodness, got tokens all over the place on different maps here, and they're not matching up. So right here to the east of Hawakan is the door into the next area. Once again, made of solid stone. No obvious, it doesn't have a handle so much as it just kind of has an indentation where you kind of put your fingers, and if the first door is any indication, it'll probably slide open pretty easily.
Okay. Well, since we are guests here and these are the pilgrims, I'm going to allow them to open the doors.
How brave of you. So, Ishvern will pay a brief respect in Elvish here at the altar before stepping around, and fine, I guess, if I have to do everything myself. Yeah, I'm
Or
not
you
sure.
could guide us as to what we should be doing. I did not want to make assumptions and do something wrong.
It is no concern. This is the way that we shall proceed, though. Damn, I got to do a page reload on the player side here now. 1 second. Our stream is gonna drop back to the default page here. Loading.
Quick, run ahead.
Nope, we're getting there. There we go. Ishvern's token still does not match up. Oh, Roll20's having issues, it looks like. I got the red bar of doom here. But only on the GM side. That's weird. Alright, let's try something different. Do this, we'll do this. Well, we'll try to. Can't do anything. Alright, so this passage is empty. There is an inscription on the northern door in Elven. Seems like you should be good to move forward. I'm just trying to get... Oh, did it finally... Nope, Ishvern just disappeared from the player side altogether. What the shit? I don't know. His character sheet is causing all kinds of problems here. Wow, this is so weird. Alright, looks like it all linked up now. All of your tokens just all moved at once. Okay, the inscription on the door in Elven, most of us, enough of us read it that it's easily translatable. Honor those who came before and walk on. This door likewise seems like it will pop open pretty easily.
Go ahead and say a prayer in Elven for those who came before and try and open the door.
Alright. Easy peasy as we make our way into the crypt. There are alcoves to the west and the east of this chamber which hold waist-high stone sarcophagi, sculpted with images of shells and graceful sea creatures. This place has a sense of rest about it, even not just for the dead, but if for whatever reason your group were in need of a rest, if you had perhaps had some encounters with defenders of this shrine in the previous chambers, this would be a good place for your group to find some reprieve. The sarcophagus to the west bears an inscription in Elven, Herzon, who built this prayer in stone. What is Lance's passive perception?
Truly amazing. 9.
A 9. All right. The sarcophagus to the east bears a different inscription in Elven. Awenthel, our devoted first priest. And it seems that we have reached the end of the line.
Yeah, so there's no obvious exits, is there?
That is correct.
So I'll look to Ishver and what is this it, or is there something else?
This is.
I'm actually going to inspect both sarcophagi while he asks.
I thought there was another room beyond this, but I don't recall if we access it from here, or he kind of wanders back out into the hallway. If it's no, he kind of seems to aimlessly be looking around, like touching some of the stones out here back in the hallway where you just came from. If anybody's got a passive perception of 20 or higher, let me know.
Nope, mine's only a 14.
I'm going to go look at the inscription on the last door again.
Honor those who came before and walk on.
Should I just open that?
I will go up to this sarcophagus, I guess the left west one, and reading the inscription, I will just say what is on the description out loud.
What is Hawakan's passive perception?
14.
Damn. Nope. How about Doc?
13. That being said, can I use my stone cunning to see if there's any sort of indications that there's stone that should be able to move?
You can, of course. Is that a check or just a kind of like a passive thing.
So this, I'll put up the description, but basically it gives me expertise in a history check when looking at stonework.
Okay. Well, I think we will use that in lieu of what they're giving me here in the notes, because that seems like a cool bonus. So as you're looking at the stonework on this sarcophagi, in addition to the writing in Elvish, the design on the lid seems to resemble the layout of the shrine. And even though there are no visible exits from the shrine, aside from the one you came into, it does look like there is a chamber that continues on in this direction. So you think you've found the secret wall.
Was the prayer that the original builder built, was that written at all?
It's not. It just says, what is this? Herzon, who built this prayer in stone.
Hawakan's going to say to Doc, I'm sure the goddess will keep you on the path that we need to be on, and you're going to get bardic inspiration, so that's a D8.
Nice.
Okay, having read both of the sarcophagi and using what I know about Habakkuk, could I try and use a religion check to see if I could figure out like what sort of prayer I need to say to get this wall to open?
Yes and no. It's kind of a passive thing at this point. You've already got all the puzzle pieces, and you're pretty sure that the prayer Hawakan said over that shrine to the west, or I'm sorry, over the sarcophagi to the west, likely fulfilled the requirements for passing this door. So at this point, you probably just have to push it open.
All right, then I push it open.
Hey, look at that! An ascending stairwell to the final chamber of this shrine, the offering chamber. The steps ascend into a room covered in thick black algae. We are finally out of the 2-foot high deluge that we've been wading through this entire time. You can dry off your boots and your socks in here. At the center of the room stands a well from which emanates the sound of distant waves and the cries of seabirds. And yes, this is the offering chamber, yes. Thank you for your kind assistance. Now I will reveal my treachery, which you have all been undoubtedly expecting, but it's not actually treachery, because I am as I appear.
I wasn't expecting any treachery.
I feel like everybody always does, so we'll try to throw you off with a bit of genuine goodness once in a while. That'll really throw a curveball in your direction. So we did wash our hands. Nobody did any of these things that would likewise cause interference, so this room is likewise, for the time being, a free pass. Ishvern moves to the side of the well, softly speaks a prayer to the Sea Lord in Elvish, thanking him for his bounties, for his mercies, for his protections, for those of his pilgrimage who survived this journey. He asks for wisdom and discernment in the days ahead to find his way, and if he is called to be a leader of the faith, that he be instilled with the courage to do so. And after finishing his prayer, he empties several dozen blue pearls from this pouch that he's carrying into the well. And after he does so, he nods to each of you, gives you each a respectful bow, and he also extends a hand of respect.
I return the hand of respect.
As do I.
Could I ask him if coin is a acceptable offering?
I've never seen anyone give coin before, but it is accepted in other faiths, if I recall, yes?
Unfortunately, I don't speak Elvish. Would you mind speaking a prayer on my behalf?
I'm willing to translate for you.
Yeah. And I'll throw 10 coins into the well.
I wish you'd thrown 3, so then we could break into 3 coins in a fountain. Each one speaking, you know this, seeking happiness. Drawn by 2 hopeful lovers. No? Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Hey, I know that one.
Annie knows what I'm saying here. Anybody who's seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, likewise, is probably like, oh yeah, all right. So congratulations. Let's get ourselves out of this shrine. Took us forever in tonight's session to get here, and last week's session too. This is a map that has been prepared for the last 2 sessions. A very short little side adventure here nonetheless, but one that we got through very quickly. And yep. None of this necessary. Anything else that we want to do here before we get out?
Nope, I'm good.
Nothing for
Thank
me.
you.
Another
All right.
prayer of thanks before going.
So because we were respectful and did not desecrate the shrine, there is a benefit, a blessing, if you will, as follows. No, I better delete that part. Perfect. Yes. This is it right here. Habakkuk's Blessing. It is a supernatural gift, a charm. Habakkuk blesses your travels through the northern waste. This charm grants you advantage on wisdom survival checks made to notice the wash waters filling chasms. Additionally, while traveling, you and up to 5 other creatures with you ignore difficult terrain outdoors in the northern wastes, allowing you to move at double the pace listed on the northern waste land travel table. This charm does vanish 24 hours after you leave the northern wastes, which, spoiler alert, most of the rest of the campaign is up in this area. So this is a very, very useful charm to have to avoid flash floods, and also moving at a snail's pace. Of course, you guys are pretty well stocked as far as provisions and capabilities in that respect, so you're not really hindered, so to speak, but this is still a nice thing to have nevertheless. And a great way for us to close out tonight's session. Great job, everyone. Fantastic work on this Friday night. Hope you had a good time.
I'm glad Ziliana didn't try to rob something out of the temple.
Right.
That's why I kept asking, because I was like, it's either her or Lance. One of them's going to do something.
I'm respectful.
Yay for not being douche canoes to other people's religions.
Right. And of course, you know, this was a great last game for me for a while, at least. If you hadn't known or didn't read the posts, I've been selected to be part of the cast of Marriage Can Be Murder over here in Las Vegas, a dinner theater show. And so I will be doing that 6 nights a week. And Wednesdays will be my only day off. So Wednesday nights, I'll be playing the Wednesday night game, and that'll be my main game to fame.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we'll be glad to have you on Wednesday nights. And congrats to you there on the side gig. Should be a lot of fun for sure.
Thank you. It's only supposed to be for a couple months. They rotate the cast out quite often, so I don't know what the opportunities are to extend a stay, or if it's like do one season, then skip a season and do another one, or this that. So I don't know what's going to happen after a couple of months of being with them.
Gotcha. Well, fantastic stuff here again this Friday night. We've got a great number of maps and adventures ahead of us. If you caught the organizational stream that I did earlier today, we got a brief glimpse at the 4, 8, 12, 16 maps that are still ahead of us in this in the remainder of this module. Didn't see any of them in detail, but we did kind of see the drop down, and wow, that's a lot of maps that we still have left. And up until tonight, there were 17, so good job clearing one of those out. Next time around, we'll see if we're going to check out the lighthouse or the tower, whichever one suits your group better, as we get closer to unraveling the mystery of Lord Soth's intentions here in the Northern Wastes, the Dragon Queen army's ties to that, and hopefully, if we're lucky, a bit closer to level 7 as well, which would be a lot of fun for this group. That's a wrap for tonight, though, friends. It is always an honor and a privilege and a joy to share this time with you, to share this table with you, to share these adventures with you. As always, there is no RU without you. Have a good night and have a good weekend. We will catch you Sunday morning. New start time for the Sunday morning tables, by the way, for those of you who are tuning into these streams. It works out best for most of us at that table. We're going to start kicking off at 9 a.m. Pacific instead of 10 a.m. Pacific. So we'll go 9 to noon instead of 10 to 1 going forward. So if you're tuned into those Sunday morning streams, make sure to take note of the time change so that you don't miss the first third of our show. We'll catch you then, friends. Have a good weekend.
See you.
Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.
Have a great
Good
one,
night.
everybody.